What's up guys, welcome back. Fall is in full swing and today we're breaking out the big guns. You guys have been asking for it and here it is. This is my recipe for white chicken chili. If you're looking for something that's big on flavor when you're short on time, then this white chicken chili recipe is for you. It comes together a lot faster than the traditional version, but before we get into the recipe, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right guys, meet me in the kitchen, let's make it happen. First things first, let's take a look at these ingredients. This recipe is super easy today because we're going with rotisserie chicken that I deboned, removed the skin and cartilage, and chopped it up. You can also use chicken breast for this. We've got a little chicken broth, some garlic, a little hot sauce, worst word in the world sauce. We're gonna make this extra creamy with some cream cheese, a little lime. We got some green chilies, some white beans. And for our veggies, we got some onion, some bell pepper, and some jalapeno.
And this episode is sponsored by Bespoke Post. It's a monthly membership club delivering awesome boxes of top shelf goods from under the radar brands. It's free to join. Every month they introduce their members to cool new products, outdoor gear, barware, home and kitchen goods, clothing, and even more. The box lineups change every month and each box has around $70 in value, but you only pay a fraction of the price. What I love most about this company is 90% of the products in the Bespoke Post boxes come from small businesses, many of which are based right here in the United States. And the best part about all of this is you only pay for what you want. You'll get a box assigned to you each month based on the quiz you take when signing up, and before it's shipped to you, you'll get a preview of what comes inside to decide if you'd like to keep it, swap it for a different box, or skip the month entirely for absolutely no charge. You only pay for what you want, plus the box lineup changes every month. Just look at all the cool stuff I got in my box. I can't wait to make some cocktails with this stuff. I'm super excited about this and I think you'll like it too, so get 20% off your first box by clicking the link in the description box and enter the code MIH20 at checkout or go to bespokepost.com/MIH20.
Guys, so as you can see, I have my Dutch oven here over medium heat. We're gonna add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter because butter makes everything better. And then we're gonna start to saute these veggies. So once our butter's melted, we're going in with the veggies. Again, we got red and green bell pepper just because that's what I had in the fridge. I suggest you use what's on hand as well. If you want this to be extra spicy, guys, use a little more jalapeno. I'm only using 1 today. Then we got a little bit of red and green bell pepper. We're gonna saute this down for about 4 to 5 minutes. Let them start to caramelize and get some nice color. Absorb all that butter. What I love most about white chicken chili is it comes together a lot quicker than traditional chili. Still has a lot of great flavor. And it's a good change of pace. I would call it a sleeper recipe, but you guys have been requesting it a lot in the comments, so maybe it's not that much of a sleeper. But I'm finally bringing it to you. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments what recipe you want to see next. All right, so once your veggies get a nice head start, we're going in with some garlic. You can use fresh or this garlic paste you guys see me use all the time. You want a nice tablespoon or so of that. You don't want to add it too early because garlic has a tendency to burn. So after a few minutes, go ahead and add in that garlic. Work that in with your veggies. And then we're gonna amplify the flavor today with a little better than bouillon chicken base. About a teaspoon or so of that. Keep in mind, guys, there is a little bit of sodium. When I say a little bit, I mean a lot of sodium in this product, so you don't wanna go too heavy on the salt with the rest of your ingredients. But it does add a lot of nice concentrated flavor and just takes your chili or your soup or sauce, whatever you're making with it, to the next level. Speaking of taking things to the next level, I'm gonna hit this veggie combination with a little bit of all-purpose seasoning. If you don't have this, guys, use whatever your favorite AP seasoning is at home, or just a little salt and pepper. You wanna layer the flavors into this chili, so season as you go, taste as you go, and adjust the flavor to your preference. Once you notice that the veggies are getting nice and tender, that's when it's time to make our roux, which is gonna thicken this chili up. So we're going in with 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Mix that in and it's gonna form like a paste-like consistency as you see here. You wanna cook that raw flour taste off. Takes about a minute or so. Basically, once you see it form a paste and you don't see any white spots from the flour, you're probably good to go. And at that point, we're going in with 6 cups of chicken broth. Use the best quality stuff you can find. Just wanna pour it in a little bit at a time. So we're gonna add 2 cups now. Give that a mix and then add in the rest. Bring this to a boil and you'll notice that it'll start to thicken up a little bit. The cream cheese will add a little thickness as well. So once you've had a second to work that in, we're gonna go ahead and add in the remaining chicken broth. 6 cups in total. There we go. At this point, I like to go ahead and add in my beans. Any white beans will work here. I like to add them in a little bit early so they can start to absorb the flavor and they get nice and tender this way. Just gonna work that in. Northern beans, any white bean will work. Bush's makes a really good white chili bean. That's what I like to use for this recipe. Now, as for the seasoning, we're going in with some Italian seasoning, some cumin, some chili powder, and some smoked paprika. All the specific measurements and ingredients will be listed for you in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. We just want to bring this up to a gentle boil. Just season as you go, building flavor along the way. All right, so once you reach a nice boil, we're going to turn the heat down just a little bit. Give this a mix to combine everything. Then I'm going in with my green chilies, about 4 ounces, maybe 6 ounces if you really like them. Mix that in. Next up, we're gonna add a little hot sauce, whatever hot sauce you like. We got some Frank's laying around the house, so that's what we're going with. A nice teaspoon or 2 of that, depending on your spice tolerance. Frank's ain't that spicy though, so you'll be safe with that. And then we gotta add a little worst word in the world sauce. About a teaspoon of that as well. There we go. Next up, we're going in with 4 cups of diced chicken. Again, guys, you can cook this the day of, use a little leftover chicken. If you're watching this around Thanksgiving, leftover turkey works great here as well. Or just grab yourself a nice rotisserie chicken from the grocery store and make it happen. Just give all of that a nice mix. Then we're gonna put the lid on here and let it roll for about 15 to 20 minutes. All right, so after about 15 minutes, this is how we're looking. That rotisserie chicken got a facelift, absorbing all that deliciousness we got going on in this cast iron Dutch oven. Now we're going in with some half and half, about 1/3 cup of half and half, and then 8 ounces of cream cheese. I like to make sure my cream cheese is room temperature, that way it, melts a lot easier. Just easier to deal with overall. Again, guys, this is optional. If you don't want a creamy chili, then I don't know what's wrong with you, but you can leave this out. All jokes aside, guys, make it how you want it. But this is my favorite way to do it. So we're just gonna stir that cream cheese in until it's well combined. Then we're gonna add a little bit of corn. Our final touch is a seasoning. And we got some white chicken chili on our hands. Perfect for the fall season. Great for meal prep as well. Another pro tip though, guys, if you don't want to use the flour, you can puree those beans with a little chicken broth, and that'll be your thickening agent. That'll thicken up the chili for you as well. Next up, we're going in with about a cup of frozen corn. You can use canned corn. I recommend using whatever you got laying around. You're just gonna want to allow this to simmer for a few minutes and just stir it occasionally to make sure that cream cheese works its way in there. Oh man, this is looking good. Smells even better. I'll tag a couple other chili recipes that I have on the channel. We just did the short rib chili not too long ago. We got a couple other options for you guys now that the weather's getting nice and cold. All right, so now everything's come together beautifully. Got a real gentle simmer going here. Look at that. That, my friends, is white chicken chili. Oh man. The only thing left to do is plate this up. You can garnish it with whatever you like, a little sour cream, cilantro, tortilla chips. I'll show you guys how I like to do mine. All right, my friends, as you can see, we have this plated up. I'm gonna show you guys how I like to garnish it. I've got this squirt bottle sour cream. We're gonna go down with a dollop of that right here on the side. About a tablespoon or so. We're also gonna place some jalapeno slices up against that sour cream. Add a little bit more spice, a little pop of color. For texture, I'm gonna use some of these tortilla strips. You can make your own or you can cheat. I like the tri-color for this recipe because the red really pops for us. And then last but not least, we'll just hit this with a little bit of cilantro for garnish. This is the part where I say, brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Say it with me, guys. Looking good. And the only thing left to do is to grab my spoon and get in there for a taste test. And now for the moment of truth. I'm gonna go down with just a little bit of lime juice, because why the hell not? We're here for a good time, not a long time. And now I have my spoon. We're gonna mix in a little bit of that sour cream. Make sure we got a sufficient amount of chicken. Little tortilla strip for the perfect bite. There we go. Best job in the world. Cheers. You guys gotta give this one a try. As soon as Mel stop making all that damn noise. Make my recipe for white chicken chili. What do you think? Again? Haircut look good though. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Fall is in full swing and together a lot faster than the traditional version, and today you'll be... I should wrap it up after that.